Good morning students, I am Riya Sinha, your SST teacher. Today we will continue our fourth chapter of geography, that is air. In the previous class also we have discussed about this chapter, in which we came to know that our earth is surrounded by a huge blanket of air called atmosphere. All living beings on this earth depend on the atmosphere for their survival, because this atmosphere only provides us the air we breathe and protects us from the harmful effects of the sun's rays. It is a kind of blanket of protection. Without it, we can't be alive, we can't survive on the earth. We could be baked alive by the heat of the sun during the day or get frozen during night. So, it makes the temperature on the earth livable for us. Next topic we have discussed was composition of the atmosphere. In that topic, we came to know about the percentage or constituents of air. Nitrogen is the most plentiful gas, which is in whose constituencies is 78%. Oxygen is second most plentiful gas, whose percentage is 21. Carbon dioxide is also known as greenhouse gas, which is present in 0.03% in our atmosphere. Argon is other gas which are present in lesser quantity in our atmosphere, which is 0.93%, and all others gases and dust particles are also there, which is 0.04%. In the previous class, we have also discussed about nitrogen, oxygen and carbon dioxide individually, in which we came to know that when we inhale, we take some amount of nitrogen into our lungs and exhale it also. But plants need nitrogen for their survival. They cannot take nitrogen directly from the air, but some bacteria that live in the soil and roots of the plants take nitrogen from the air and change its form so that the plants can use it. And oxygen is the second most plentiful gas in the air. Humans and other animals used to inhale it, used it for breathing. Carbon dioxide is another important gas. Plants used to intake carbon dioxide and release oxygen, so it can maintain the balance in our in our environment. So today we are going to start our new topic, that is structure of the atmosphere. So our atmosphere is divided into 5 layers, starting from the earth's surface. See figure 4.2, layers of the atmosphere. Starting from the earth's surface, first layer is given here is troposphere, in which one mountain kind of structure is given, that is Mount Everest is written. So this is the layer in which we all live. Then a thin line of separation is made between troposphere and the second layer, and its name is tropopause. The line of separation between troposphere and the second layer of the atmosphere is known as tropopause. Then C, second layer of the atmosphere is stratosphere, in which an aeroplane and ozone is written. In the second layer of the atmosphere, which is known as stratosphere, ozone layer lies in this layer only, and it is very convenient to fly an aeroplane because their weather phenomenon is not associated here, no cloud formation is there, or it makes condition most ideal for these kind of activities. Again see, there is a thin layer of separation between stratosphere and third layer of our atmosphere known as stratopause. Third layer is mesosphere. Some star-like particles are there, actually that one is meteoroids. When some meteoroids enter into our atmosphere, then from this layer they used to start burning. Then a thin layer of separation is between mesosphere and fourth layer known as mesopause. Then thermosphere is there, and at the top uppermost layer is exosphere. Now we will discuss it one by one individually. See, troposphere. This layer is the most important layer of the atmosphere. Its average height is 13 km. Average height of the troposphere is 13 km. It is the most important layer of the atmosphere and it is the bottommost layer. The air we breathe exists here. Almost all the weather phenomena like rainfall, fog, hailstorm, etc. occur in this layer only. So, what we have learned, that it is the most important layer of the atmosphere and its average height is 13 km. The air we breathe exists here. Next layer is stratosphere. Above the troposphere lies the stratosphere, as we have seen in the figure also. It extends up to a height of 50 km. And this layer is almost free from clouds and associated weather phenomenon, making condition most ideal for flying aeroplanes. One important feature of the stratosphere is that it contains a layer of ozone gas. We have just learned how it protects us from the harmful effects of the sun rays. So, average height of troposphere is 13 km, average height of stratosphere is 50 km. Third layer is mesosphere. So this is the third layer of the atmosphere. It lies above the stratosphere and extends up to the height of 80 km, 80 km. Okay. Meteorites burn up in this layer on entering from the space. First we have learnt about troposphere, whose average height is 13 km, then stratosphere, whose average height is 50 km, then mesosphere, which extends up to the height of 80 km, and now fourth one. In thermosphere, temperature rises very rapidly with increasing height. Ionosphere is also a part of this layer. It extends between 80 to 400 km. This layer, this thermosphere, helps in radio transmission. In fact, radio waves transmitted from the earth are reflected back to the earth by this layer. So, troposphere 13 km, stratosphere 50 km, mesosphere 80 km, thermosphere 80 to 400 km. And last but not the least, exosphere. The uppermost layer of the atmosphere is known as exosphere. This layer has very thin air So light gases like helium and hydrogen float into the space from here. So in this topic, structure of the atmosphere, we came to know that our atmosphere is divided into 5 layers, that is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Troposphere is the most important layer of the atmosphere and the bottommost layer. Its average height is 13 km. The air we breathe or on which we depend for our survival is present here, and almost all the weather phenomena occur in this layer. Then stratosphere. Stratosphere, average height of extension height of stratosphere is 50 km. It contains a layer of ozone gas. None of the weather phenomena is associated in this layer, so it makes ideal condition for flying aeroplane. Third is mesosphere, which lies above the stratosphere and extends up to the height of 80 km. Meteoroids burn up in this layer on entering from the space. Then comes thermosphere, in which temperature rises very rapidly with increasing height. Ionosphere is part of this layer and its height extends up to 80 to 400 km. This layer helps in radio transmission. And then comes the uppermost layer of the atmosphere, which is known as exosphere, which is very thin and light gases float into the space from here. So now I hope you all understood the covered topics well. In the next class we will continue this chapter. So thank you and have a nice day.